Hello, mutants. I'm Mutisha, the movie goddess, and you're watching Mutant TV.
Welcome back, MVP. Good old Strebo here with you again. Got some fun things to share with you today. I don't know where to begin with my story. It's been a while since we've shot a Streeborama for you all. I've had to, in the interim, we've launched MVP Mutant Radio in addition to finishing work on the Ghost DVD, all the other 100 million things that we had to do. So Streeborama has suffered just a little bit, in addition to trying to finish up the first episode of Mutisha's Movie Morgue, which we're trying to find a final home for that because we're trying to look into getting it on TV. I got a lot of good things, a few bad things to discuss with you. The good times, the bad times, you know, we've had our share at MVP. Speaking of which, this is Strebo from Mutantville.com, wearing my Tales from Mutantville shirt, designed by the one and only T-Shirt Joe of FastCustomShirts.com. Cha-ching! Send me that check, Joe. No, guys, seriously, go if you want to support independent horror. If you're that kind of individual, instead of wearing just another Dawn of the Dead t-shirt, get something original. Tales from Mutantville. And I know there's somebody out there right now going, that's not original, you ripped off Tales from the Crypt. Rip them off. This is what's called an artistic homage. Check it out right there at the bottom. What does that say? After Jack Davis, baby. That means it's an homage to an actual Tales from the Crypt cover, but it's all Mutantville characters. There's Mutisha the movie goddess, Sawbones, Crazy Tess, and the Indigo Child, and the unknown werewolf. Little MVP inside joke there for you. We tried to bring this shit back on course and discuss some of the things we came here to discuss. Okay, warning, this is going to be a full-on Streeborama episode where we're going to meander left and right. So if you're looking for concise, salient points, I don't know what to tell you. You're probably not going to find them here. You should probably just go download the latest few episodes of MVP Mutant Radio. Cheap plug for that, as if I haven't done it already. But story starts with the Mad Monster Party. This is my badge from it. This is what we got for running the film festival, aside from being a part of it and all of that. This is what I have to show for it, though. But I bring that point up because we did have awards at the film festival. However, we did not have trophies. We had we chose films for best horror, best sci-fi, best fantasy, best in show, and viewer's choice. So there were 5 awards. Going into the show, 3 weeks out, I went ahead and ordered trophies. I wanted everybody to have it. And let me tell you something. It only cost me $50. It was supposed to be here in time for the con, mind you, okay? But that $50, I mean, that came out of my con money, and it literally, I wanted a signature from Bill Moseley, and, you know, maybe Brad Dourif or Rutger Hauer or Tracy Lords. I mean, there were a couple other people that I wanted. I wound up only getting one, and yeah, and that was a good one too. But the trophies, I ordered them. They were supposed to be here. I get a message that they arrive on the Thursday before the Mad Monster Party, and they're actually at the what do you want to call it? I don't want to name the company because just in case, but it rhymes with X-Fay Expresse, if you know what I mean. But put the two together. Okay, so the trophies are here, but I get a message saying we cannot deliver them to your P.O. box. Why not? Well, it's in our policy. We don't do it. Well, when I placed the order with the trophy company, they didn't tell me that. They didn't have a problem placing the order and sending it to a P.O. box. But then when I paid for it, and it was supposed to be shipped, they refused to ship it. So the trophies were here the day before. I sacrificed my Bill Moseley autograph money. I mean, how much? If that doesn't show that I'm trying to bleed not only for my art but for your art too, I don't know what else will, because that was my signature money, really, literally. So trophies are held up. I call them, look, I'm going to be in Charlotte from this point forward. Have no way to even get to the PO box at this point. Can you send them over to the building? Try to get them to send them to the building. They won't do it. So crazy. Long story short, Saturday I'm trying to get them shipped directly into the building. Still, they refuse to do it. I have to go into full, all right, I'm going to report all you people, starting right here. I had to do that whole thing because I was really upset that they had our trophies and they weren't going to deliver them in time. And I had them personally engraved for all the winners. I mean, we had one for each winner, which was Best Sci-Fi, Desdemona 6. Best Fantasy was The Promise Jar. Best Horror was Nail Biter. Best in Show was Mr. Mullen. And Viewer's Choice was Psychic Brats, though we didn't know that Psychic Brats was going to be the Viewer's Choice winner at that time. So anyway, long story short, the ceremony comes on Sunday. Hey guys, here's the winners, blah, blah, blah. We have no trophy. Get them to you later. They're in Concord right now. So con's over. Everybody leaves. They're happy they won. Not so happy they didn't get trophies. So what happens? Our shipper decides to send them back to the trophy company. So they leave Concord and they go back to the manufacturer. I message them, hey, can you send this stuff to me? And they say, yeah, no problem. We'll do it. No problem. A month later, still no trophies. I said, guys, can you send me the trophies, please? It's been over a month. They just gave me a refund. That was the end of it. I don't know what happened to the trophies. I don't know where they went. But to this day, I haven't been able to get replacement trophies. I just haven't had the disposable income for it. And I sacrificed, going into Mad Monster Party, I sacrificed $50 of my signature money. $50. I mean, I don't know. Maybe somebody out there understands. That was 2 signatures, and two photographs, with the person. And I always try to turn those into stories, too. When I meet people, I try to talk to them and just have a good time. That's a picture from Fright Night Film Fest last year, which I'm very much looking forward to because we're going back at the end of the month. So, good times, the bad times. That was what I was talking about. Told you this was going to be all over the place. Good times, yeah, the Mad Monster Party. Bad times, we didn't have the trophies. I heard a quote recently that there's only one sorrow, and that's the sorrow of not being a saint. And that just rings so true to me because I can feel myself get anxiety over things that are just beyond my control, where I feel like I've let other people down. That's a real bummer sometimes. It's like, what can you do? What can you do? But anyway, I'm supposed to be doing an on-screen unboxing for you, but I was sharing that story because it's supposed to lead into from the bad times come the good times. Okay. Alright, so no trophies. Oh, my first unboxing, which I have not opened. I literally just tore the top off of it. Although I've had this package for several weeks, maybe even a month now. And hopefully Brad forgives me for delaying it, but I wanted to do an unboxing. This is the first chance I've had to shoot a Streeborama and do an unboxing, so that's what's going to happen. But anyway, from the Mad Monster Party, while I was there, I got to meet and talk to Mr. Brad Parton of alphasketch.com, who is very cool. He's the guy that he's the innovator of hidden letter art. I think that's what he calls it. Yeah, the hidden letter art of Brad Parton. He's a very cool dude. What he does is he draws caricatures of people, but the drawing is constructions of the actual letters of the alphabet from that person's name. So he'll take their name and he'll do a drawing of them, but it's all letters. If you look at it close, you can see it's letters. And but then one letter is always missing. So he has this contest where you have to guess what the missing letter is. So here we go. Now, can you guess which character he drew for MVP? Ding, ding, ding. If you said Strebo, you're wrong, but I love you. I appreciate the thought. Stuck in there pretty safe. I'm gonna have to cut this. So I'm gonna try to avoid cutting the video for you. But, dun dun dun, there it is. Can you say Mutisha the Movie Goddess? I knew you could. Your first chance to see this live. Oh, there's Brad's signature, his little caricature down there at the bottom. It's very, very cool. He sent me the JPEG of it, so I'd already seen it. Super thrilled to get to see our character interpreted by another artist. And Brad is very cool. He goes to a lot of conventions and does his artwork, his very cool hidden letter art for pretty much everybody that's there. So it's cool stuff. And he's a very nice guy. And I'm going to tell you, he's so nice, in fact. Woo, I need my focus. Probably in more ways than one. He's so nice, in fact, that he's the kind you expect to see on the news. Like, yeah, he killed 15, 20 people, kept them in his basement. Yeah, he that's how nice he is. You think he'd do nothing wrong, but then, oh, look at this. He's got a basement full of bodies. That's Brad. Cool guy, talented artist. Thank you, Brad, for the Mutisha the Movie Goddess picture. We are going to do the little contest and all that stuff. Plus, people will be able to check it out live at conventions. The first one being at the Fright Night Film Fest. Speaking of which, so I ordered this, my second unboxing. You can see where it's from. Dun dun dun. Japan. Very cool. I think this is the guy's address, so I tried to scribble it out, but I don't read kanji, so yeah, I had to guess. But check that bad boy out. The Fly program from Japan. Very cool. And you know why I got this? Because Charles Edward Pogue, the writer of The Fly, the greatest horror film of all time, is going to be at Fright Night Film Fest yet again. We talked to him last year. We interviewed him last year. Okay, here we go. The Sorrow of Not Being a Saint. We interviewed him last year. I haven't even posted it yet. Have not posted it. We have been so busy since the time we came back from Fright Night that I never got around to posting his video. And by the time the winter came around, I thought, well, you know what? I'll save it for next year, and we'll use it to promote the upcoming film festival. And lo and behold, he's actually coming back this year, so that saves my ass. I can pretend that I meant to do it on purpose. So I have his video, and also J.D. Feigelson, and also a very cool interview with Larry Drake. And I haven't posted any of them because we've been slam bang busy all year, and then I saved them for now. So I'm going to release one each week leading up to Fright Night to get you guys ready. This is what I'm going to take to Charles because I want him to sign it, because I wanted him to sign something last year and he didn't have anything of The Fly. He said they changed his final script a lot, but you know, that's the thing with working with Cronenberg. But he still deserves some credit for getting the ball rolling, a lot of credit, and putting all those themes in there and whatnot. And it's something he is very, very proud of, because we talked about it a bit in the interview, which you'll get to see very, very, very soon. So there's that. And that concludes the unboxing portion of today's Streeborama. There's the Ghost DVD that we worked so hard on to get ready. I said hard on. Yeah, Ghost. Check it out. For Con Carolinas, that is the special festival edition DVD. That's a cover image with Mr. Matthew Ewald there, and then you got Kathy Butler Sandboss, Scott Thomas there, and lots of cool imagery on the back. That's independent horror for you, boys, and it doesn't suck. Well, you might think it sucks, but everybody won't think it sucks. Some people love it, some people hate it. That's the desire we want. Hopefully more love than hate, but hey, what can you do? What can you do? Yeah. Matt
Cool
Monster
stuff.
Party, again, like I said, I was just so flat broke that $50 I had to spend on the trophies, you know, it took my autograph money, which is a real bummer, and it's a bummer to have to admit that to you guys. But in the spirit of full disclosure, that's why I'm doing that here. So I was literally, I'm walking in the door today, I'm checking my mail, coming home from work, I'm walking in the door and I'm thinking about what it's going to cost to go to Fright Night this year. All the expenses leading up to it and after it, you know, I'm sitting there thinking I'm barely going to have enough money to get down there, pay for the hotel room, all that stuff. You know, I'm not going to have any money for autographs, nothing. I'm like, And I'm probably going to end up, broke for another month or two after, because I might have to end up overdrafting my bank account or something, which is just nightmarish. So I'm walking up the steps, I'm opening my mail, and boom, what do I see? Refund check from Blue Cross for canceled policy. So I'm like, holy cow, this is a miracle. This is a lifesaver. I can do everything I need to do, take care of my responsibilities over here, and then I'll have some left over that I can put towards the Fright Night trip. So kick ass. Fright Night also, Tales from Mutantville is coming, just like we promised we were going to have Ghost ready for Con Carolinas. Tales from Mutantville will be available at Fright Night Film Fest. If you are there, please come and get it. It's only going to be $10 for the Festival Edition DVD, and we haven't finalized it yet. We're building it right now, so I can't tell you all the extras because sometimes that stuff changes just due to space on the disc. But anyway, the Ghost DVD wound up having director's commentary, the complete pareidolia videos. Those are essentially deleted scenes from the movie, the Best of Mutant TV, and interview with Matthew Ewald. So pack DVD for $10, and both will be available. So if you're interested in Ghost and you want to see Ghost, now is your chance. You can get it at Fright Night. It's not available online yet. We're finalizing the special edition DVD of that now, and it's going to go online. It's going to be at a different price point. But this festival edition, $10. You can get it, no problem. And Tales from Mutantville. And we'll also have these awesome Tales from Mutantville shirts. Check it out. Designed by T-Shirt Joe. So we'll get to see all of our cool friends at Fright Night. It's going to be good times. I wrote down a bunch of stuff here to potentially talk to you guys about. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to give this video another 10 minutes at max. Okay. We're just going to see what we say. See what happens. I'm not going to try to piss anybody off. I'm kind of getting tired of that. I'm tired of arguing with people online. So if you're one of the many people I've infuriated online, I do apologize for that. Online personalities just don't mesh sometimes, and yeah, tone of voice and intention and subtleties of speech don't come across at all on forums or Facebook or whatever. So things are always being taken the wrong way or out of context or whatever, especially by me. So sorry guys, thanks for putting up with me. The only reason I'm talking to you is because I dig you. So if we're interacting at all, it means I like you on some level. So hopefully that means we're all cool. I'll do my best to behave going forward. Okay. Speaking of which, yeah, it's one of the things that just drives me crazy. Like right now, everybody's talking about Prometheus, which I loved. So I'm doing my best not to argue with people about that because a lot of people seem to hate it. But I don't know. Whatever. If you don't dig that movie, I don't know what to tell you. You're just not a fan of movies. I have no idea what you want to see. Another thing that pisses me off is the big sites only reporting the corporate gigs. All the major sites, they like rarely promote the indie stuff. They just talk about the big news that's in horror or whatever, which, that's cool and all, but I don't know. It's hard to break through that barrier where they'll actually pay attention to you, and I don't know what the qualifications are for it. So they seem to kind of pick and choose, and the majority of the time they just pay attention to what's going on in the big leagues, whether it's good or not. And that's disappointing. It's disappointing. There should be a way for, like Fangoria for years had that feature. I think it was the Dr. Cyclops feature where he would review indie works and talk about them and stuff, and they might still have that going on, actually. I haven't thoroughly read a copy of Fangoria in a while, though I do have some recent issues. But, I just pick and choose what I read here and there. But, I don't know. I'd like to see more support for the indies out there. Obviously, I'm an indie guy, so that's my thing. But I always try to lead by example, which is why we do what we do at Mutantville. We talk about everybody else's movies. We promote their trailers. We promote the movies themselves. We promote, whatever. If people would actually send us press releases, I would post them. If you just sent it to me, I would post it. But most of the time, I'm having to come up with content. Now, if I have to write an article about you, you're just going to get what you get. And sometimes you have to wait because I'm still a filmmaker. I'm trying to get this. I'm trying to get this DVD. That's what this is all That's what it's all about, is getting this to you. But along the way, we have to do these promotional things in order to convey our message to people and try to build brand recognition, just so you'll be interested enough to check out our product, listen to what we say, just so you can say, maybe, hey, maybe that's worth checking out. If I want to see something indie and original and whatever, then here it is. There is stuff out here. And one thing that makes me happier than anything else is just to see awesome indie projects around me. That's why doing the Mad Monster Party Film Fest really appealed to me, because it meant we could decide what was good on the landscape and say, okay, these are the movies we want to share with people. So when they sit down in the theaters, they're going to be completely entertained from beginning to end. And they were. Anybody that came, they enjoyed the shit out of the Mad Monster Party Film Festival. If they came in and watched the movies, they enjoyed it. They had a good time. And it was crazy. It was a lot of different crowds. We had more family-oriented crowds with some of the horror stuff, like Patrick Ray's Nail Biter. And then, you had the crazy party crowd, like the guys at Mad Ones Films, when they screened their movies, everybody's drinking, having a good time. Then you had the insane crowd at the midnight screenings. Like when we played Ant Farm Dick Hole, people went insane. Those guys were crazy. The Carolina crowd, Bill Zebub's crowd, crazy people. A lot of fun to party with, a lot of fun to show movies with, or share movies with, watch them with, drink with, all of the above. Very cool people. Everybody was cool the whole convention. So that's what I like. That's what we like. It's just everybody coming together. So it's cool. So I'm trying to make this all fit together, so you can see why I don't want to argue with people. I just want us to get along, be a little bit more focused, because it's cool that everybody wants to just promote the big stuff. Like right now, we're promoting Prometheus on our site because, we wanted to talk about it. But yes, we're also fans of it. Essentially, anything we're fans of, that's what we focus on. That's what we talk about. So we can blend our relaxation and entertainment with our actual work. Because I was going to go see Prometheus no matter what I was doing. That's what I was going to go see. So why not talk about it? Why not review it? You turn it into your work. And I don't know. That's the kind of diabolical thinking that you have to have when it comes to being an indie filmmaker, or just an artist of any kind, I guess. Well, the point of this was to catch you up on all the stuff going on. I've been rambling on about a lot of insane things. I'm going to be talking Kubrick very soon with the Exploited guys. Check them out at exploitedcinema.com. exploitedcinema.blogspot.com. That's their... They need to just buy the domain for that, but that's what it's called. Or you can find them on Facebook. One of my favorite podcasts, obviously. 30 Days a Night. Steve Niles is coming to Heroes Con next weekend. I am supposed to interview him, but I've tried to interview him 3 years in a row, and it always backfires at the last minute. I don't know what the deal is, but we'll see. We'll see what happens, because I got to finish my final prep, reading a bunch of his books that I have. I'm a big fan of his work, too. So I'd really like to pick his brain. I'd like to do a short Mutant TV video and then do an extended podcast with him and see if I could just get down and dirty and just talk storytelling and horror and filmmaking, script writing, whatever, and just see how far he'd be willing to go with it. I think that could be really fun. Some stuff I scored recently. Check this out. Hardback Cujo. From what I understand, there's no price point on it anywhere. That this is the first official Book of the Month Club edition. Must be from the early 80s, but yeah, copyright 1981. Yep. First printing, Cujo. And the same of Carrie. Check it out. And these are actually collectibles. Scored these for $2 at the local gas station going into Baden Lake. It's like, what in the world? They have some kind of book exchange sale thing going on there where people bring in books, they sell them. Somebody turned these in. I scored them for $2 a pop. Awesomeness. Somehow we found time to help co-found the Charlotte Film Anarchists with Mr. Michael Plumides. We will meet the final Thursday of every month at Cosmos in Charlotte. Come talk to us there. We're talking movies. We're talking making movies. We're trying to put people together that want to make movies. So if you've got a script and you're looking for a director, come network, find your director, find your cast, find your crew, whatever. If you're a producer without a script, come find a script screenwriter. There are plenty there. I had a guy, a really cool guy, came up and talked to me at the last show and said, you know, I want you to produce one of my scripts. And I had to break the old news to him that, you know, we only do Mutantville scripts at MVP, and which is a recurring theme. It seems people keep asking me about that. Would you do somebody else's script? I'm like, no, we've got too many crazy ideas of our own. Whether you think they work or whether you think they succeed, you know, we're going to keep trying, and we're going to keep doing something original, owned by us, created by us, for you. We'll find our audience out there somewhere. We'll find our audience. Speaking of which, I hope to find an audience at the Fright Night Film Fest, because Scarecrow at Midnight is playing Friday night at 9:15, or is it 8:15? I've jinxed myself. Should have written it down beforehand. Friday night at the Fright Night Film Fest, Scarecrow at Midnight, and it's leading into Nailbiter, so that's very, very cool. Patrick Ray is going to be there. I didn't see any mention of us getting a Q&A time, but hey, that's cool. At least the movies are going to play. I guess we can introduce them, or at least answer questions right afterwards. But anyway, it's going to be very, very cool. And I'm going to be talking to Patrick Ray very, very soon. We're going to do, speaking of which, MVP Mutant Radio, we're going to release at least 4 episodes, maybe just 3 episodes leading up to Fright Night Film Fest here at the end of the month. We're talking to different directors that have movies playing there. We're going to talk to Jason Buterin this week. Next week we're going to talk to Christopher Moore. And then the last week we're going to talk to Patrick Ray. So very, very cool. And we're also going to chat with Michael Plamides about the Charlotte Film Anarchist sometime before then. Other things, what have I been doing? I've been putting together the Strebo portfolio. Very cool. So that if you come and meet us in person, you will see this at the desk, at the table. Pick up Mutisha and her little pretty garb. And it's full of pieces of memorabilia from the crazy MVP adventure. There's some stuff from the famed Devil Comes Down event. Speaking of which, that was when we met our good buddy Robert W. Fillion, who won that event and subsequently went on to help us shoot Tales from Mutantville. Well, he's shooting a really cool movie right now called Athena, and we are helping him on that, and very, very happy to be involved in that, starring Matthew Ewald, Vanell, a lot of really, really cool people. So, and incidentally, this is going to be the last movie MVP helps out on, because from here on out we're going to keep everything in-house. So it's not going to be like that kind of thing. So this is the last time we're gonna go out and help another filmmaker like that. We might help in a different kind of capacity, but from now on we're going to separate ourselves because of the Mad Monster Party Film Festival, because it's coming back next year. But we will be judging again. We are the film committee yet again. So it's best to remove ourselves from all the movies being made in the area so that we can view them objectively. So there you go. That is the plan. One piece of the puzzle anyway. Just another cog in the giant machine. But if you're coming to Fright Night, I hope to talk to you there. Thanks for listening. This has been another Streeborama extravaganza, blabberfest, whatever you want to call it. Showing you some cool things. Told you a little bit about our crazy adventures going on. Oh, the 3. You see that by clicking on that. That's why I put that on there, to remind myself, because Scott Goldberg is launching his fundraising website for the 3 on June 21st. So definitely check that out. The3movie.com. Follow them at Twitter at The3Movie. No, it's The3Film. They mixed it up. The website is The3Film. Twitter is The3Movie. It should have been the same, but they might not have been able to get that on Twitter. So anyway, check those guys out. Very, very cool. And actually, I think that's the high point so far of the MVP Mutant Radio existence, was my interview with Scott, because that's what I want to see more of. It's just interaction with filmmakers, putting forward new ideas. Like his ideas on crowdsourcing and crowdfunding, I think are brilliant. So if you're any filmmaker, you're looking for advice on that kind of stuff, what have you. Check it out. Also, that would appeal to Romero fans because his teaser features John Amplis and Laurie Cardell, and he filmed it in the mines from Day of the Dead. What more do you need to know? Other than this is Strebo, and you can find me where? At mutantville.com.
You're watching Mutant TV.